and these ran me about $750. I bought a used dress for $200 and these were around $1,200. Hi guys, my name is Sophia, and if you're new here, I'm a beginner figure skater and I started figure skating when I was 15. Today, I'm gonna be talking about how much it costs to start figure skating. I've gotten tons of comments asking how much it costs to start skating, so I'm gonna share how much it was for me personally when I first started figure skating. Disclaimer, these prices vary all around the world. Depending on what country you're in, these prices may look entirely different. This is just what I paid as a beginner figure skater living in the eastern part of the United States. The first thing that I'm going to be getting into is the price of figure skates. Now, when you're first starting and you're taking your first lesson, it's totally acceptable to use rental skates. Don't feel obligated to spend hundreds of dollars on skates if you're not ready to commit yet. Figure skate prices vary depending on the brand and the model of skate that you buy. Beginner skates start off cheaper and get more expensive as you get more advanced skates. I would say you can expect to spend anywhere from $100 to $250 on your first pair of beginner skates. My first pair of skates were the Jackson Artiste skates and they were around $150 and they lasted me all the way through my basic skills. So I used them for around a year and a half before upgrading to Adea Chorus boots with Coronation Ace blades. This is my second pair of skates and these ran me about $750. It was $500 for the boot and I think about $250 for the blade. And once you level up in figure skating, the boots and the blades do come separately. Now I'm currently on my third pair of skates. These are the Adea Icefly with Coronation Ace blades and these were around $1,200. So the prices of advanced skates do get more expensive as you level up in figure skating, but you definitely don't need to spend this much on your very first pair of skates. As you advance through the levels of figure skating, you'll need a higher level or stiffer boot to support higher level moves and skills. Intermediate to advanced skates range anywhere from $300 to I would say $1,000 or more. Some skaters may even get custom skates that are 100% custom to their feet, which can make their skates more expensive. The best tip that I have to make buying figure skates more affordable would be to buy secondhand skates. A good used pair of beginner skates can still be very supportive if you're a beginner learning the basics. Additionally, once you get your very first pair of skates, you're gonna need to get your skate blade sharpened. I get mine sharpened once a month and it's around $20 every single time I want to get them sharpened, but every skate shop is different. Next, I'm going to be talking about the price of equipment. Now, by equipment, I mean things like hard guards, soakers, and protective padding. I would say you would spend anywhere from $30 to $80 on extra equipment when you're first starting out. Some things I recommend you get as soon as you get your first pair of skates are soakers to prevent rust on your skates when you're storing them, hard guards to prevent damaging your skate blade when you're walking around in your skates, a towel to wipe your skate blades dry, and lastly, a bag to store all of your skating gear in. Also, I have an Amazon storefront that I will link in the description. There's tons of little sets where you can get hard guards, soakers, and a towel together. And I think it's only like $25. So that's gonna be in the link in my description. Next, I'm gonna be talking about the price of ice time. And yes, you have to pay every single time you wanna use the ice. Now, there are two types of practice sessions that you can go to. You can go to a public session or a freestyle session. Public sessions are open to the public, meaning that anyone from hockey players to figure skaters to general public skaters can go and practice. Public sessions are usually cheaper than freestyle sessions. I usually pay anywhere from $10 to $15 to go to a public session that's usually like 2 to 3 hours long. The only downside to a public session is that it can get very crowded very quickly and there may not be a lot of room to spin and jump. Additionally, some rinks may have rules that say you can't spin and jump on a public session. Now, freestyle sessions are sessions for figure skaters only. Freestyle sessions are generally better than public sessions, especially if you're working on spins and jumps, because you don't have to worry about hockey players or public skaters getting in your way. However, they can be a lot more expensive than a public session. For me, I pay around $8 per 30-minute session, so an hour of a freestyle session would cost me around $15 to $16. To make ice time more affordable, I would definitely try to stick to public sessions, especially when you're first starting out. Additionally, some rinks may have punch passes where you can pay for a certain amount of public or freestyle sessions at a cheaper rate. Now, how much you spend on ice time entirely depends on you as a skater. It depends on how much you are willing to go to the rink and practice. I currently go to the rink around 8 to 10 hours a week, but if you're just starting out and can't afford to go every day, you can still make progress by only going once or twice a week. When I first started my first entire year, I was only going around like once or twice a week with one lesson a week. Next, I'm going to be talking about figure skating lessons. There are two main types of lessons that you can go to, group lessons and private lessons. When I first started skating, I started off in group lessons. I think that group lessons are perfect for beginners because you get to learn the basics with other beginners who are just starting out also. Group lessons are also a lot more affordable than private lessons. I took my group lessons for my first entire year of learning how to skate. I typically paid around $180 to $200 for 7 to 8 weeks of group lessons. Typically, there was one group lesson a week and it was about an hour long. But now I take private lessons. Private lesson prices vary depending on the coach, and every coach's rate is different. Typically, private lesson prices vary anywhere from $30 to $60 per 30-minute lesson. So for an hour, it could be anywhere from $80 to $120. I currently pay around $38 to $45 per 30-minute lesson. The best advice that I have to make lessons more affordable would be to start out with group lessons. They're much cheaper than private lessons, and they're a great way to start out and learn the basics of figure skating. Additionally, keep in mind that every skater is different, and you don't necessarily need to take tons of lessons every week to make progress. Some skaters may be able to take 4 to 5 lessons every week, while other skaters like myself may only take 1 or 2 lessons each week. Do what's best for you financially as a skater. Next, I'm going to be talking about how much it costs for me to compete and perform as a beginner figure skater. Keep in mind that competitions and performances are completely optional, and you don't have to compete and perform if you don't want to. For performances, I've done 2 Christmas shows, and to reserve my solo spot in both of them, I believe it was about a $60 fee. For competitions, I've only done 1 competition so far, and the entry fee for that was around $130. Keep in mind that every rink's performance and competition fees are different. Additionally, you may have to pay for warm-up ice if you want to warm up before your performance or your competition. For me, it was about $20 for 20 minutes of warm-up ice, but every rink and competition is a little bit different. Additionally, if you do want to compete or perform, you will need a skating dress. Buying dresses brand new can be really pricey. I would say anywhere from $200 to $600 or more. Some custom-made dresses may be even $1,000 or more. But what I have done is bought dresses secondhand or made them myself. For my very first Christmas solo, I bought a used dress for $200 that probably would have costed me $400 or more if I were to buy it brand new. Additionally, for my competition dress, I made it entirely myself, and I only spent around $90 in materials to make the entire thing. To make buying dresses more affordable, you can always shop secondhand. I'm in some amazing Facebook groups that sell used dresses for affordable prices, and that's where I was able to get my blue Christmas dress. Next, I'm going to be talking about the price of figure skating tests. As you move up the levels in figure skating, there are certain tests you need to take, such as moves in the field, freestyle, or ice dance, and if you want to compete at a certain level, you have to pass a test first to compete at that level. Each test costs money to take. I believe it's around $25 to $50 per test. Again, to make things more affordable, you can always choose to opt out of taking tests and just skate for fun. But if you do want to get into competing, it's recommended that you start taking these figure skating tests. Additionally, if you do want to test and compete, you need to be a part of a figure skating club. Every club's fees are different, but for me personally, in my area, my club fee was around $80, so it's an $80 annual fee. Additionally, there may be some extra miscellaneous fees that you may find yourself paying for along the way, such as travel to and from the rink, fees for getting fitted for new skates, and fees if you want to take additional classes such as off-ice classes or dance classes, flexibility classes, stuff like that. Overall, I think there are plenty of ways to make figure skating more affordable, especially if you're a beginner just starting out in the sport. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below letting me know that you enjoyed it. and comment if the prices are any different where you're from. If you like this video and you want to see more like this, be sure to like and subscribe and comment down below what you want to see in my next video. Okay, bye!